One of my favorite parts about searching for lost media are the searches that can't be solved right away. The ones that take weeks or even months to figure out make the topics feel bigger than themselves and keep me invested as new information gets found. If you've been following my channel for the past couple years, you might have come across a couple videos discussing Animal Crossing DS consoles, which has been an ongoing mystery ever since their finding. Back a couple years ago, I was sent these two images of DS consoles with custom Animal Crossing artwork drawn on them, and it was a mystery as to why they existed or where they came from. I searched around for a while and eventually found archived pages that state they were used as contest prizes and were awarded by Bergsala, Nintendo's Swedish distributor, confirming they were official. What we didn't know, however, was why these two seemed to exist out of nowhere and if there were any more to the set. Fast forward a few months and I got an email from another viewer who had seen my original video and sent me his own pictures of a DS he possessed. This one was different from the previous two, depicting an autumn scene. He told me it was awarded to his game store in Sweden for high sales of Nintendo products, and when the store shut down, he held onto it. Putting everything together, it became clear that these DS consoles weren't necessarily created to be contest prizes, but rather existed as an entity and distributed for various awards. Each console also represents seasonal artwork from Wild World, which begged the question about whether or not a fourth console existed commemorating summer artwork. And today I have some news to share with you guys. It was thanks to you all that I was able to get information about this, as I received dozens of messages about it through Twitter, but now I am happy to reveal the fourth and final Animal Crossing DS. It exists. There are a few curious things to note about this one. Firstly, that this artwork is not actually the summer artwork of the game, but rather the box art. However, I don't think a separate summer art one exists, as it's likely they just thought the box art looked more fitting, and it does look like summer when compared to the other three. Though what's really interesting about this one is where this picture came from. It wasn't dug up online or sent in by its owner, but rather it came from Bergsala themselves. They were emailed by a couple of my viewers who asked about this summer one, and this is what they got in response, along with some information. The employee states that he personally took these pictures before it was given to Nintendo for their contest, but doesn't know who won it or where it is now, and that all documentation was apparently deleted after the contests were held. He also says that all of these DS were made for competitions, though that contradicts what the owner of the Autumn one had told me about how it was awarded to his game store. I'm not sure if there was a competition for sales records within the area, but that doesn't seem quite right to me, awarding consoles to stores instead of fans or individual people. This leads me to a new theory about their existence and why there's a contradiction when it comes to how they were awarded. I believe there are at least two complete sets of these in existence, and the evidence for that comes from an old photo that was sourced to a private collector. When I first looked at these images, I was more interested in the fact that the DS was open, giving us our first look at the designs inside. But then as I stared at the front of the console, something seemed off to me, like the girl's eyes looked a little weird. I compared this image to the older image of the Winter DS, and I couldn't believe that the drawings were slightly different. This is not the same console that we found back in 2018. This is a completely different one, and leads me to believe if another Winter one exists, then doubles of all the other three do as well. However, I wouldn't even know where to begin looking, as this collector's photos seem to have been deleted, and there's also no word on which competition the summer one was awarded to. I think this further cements my theory that they were all created and distributed as seen fit, rather than being specifically connected to contests. Unfortunately, since their popularity has peaked with the creation of these videos, it's unlikely we'll ever see most of them again. To conclude as to where we stand with this mystery, I'm pretty sure Simon, the owner of the spring one, still has his. Line Markey Jensen won the first winter one, but we were never able to find them. Sandre, who owned the autumn one, sold it a while back for a huge amount on eBay, and the new owner has never resurfaced. The Bergsala employee didn't know who was in possession of the summer console, and the winter one is in someone's hands, but we're not sure who. And if the other three exist as doubles, then again, your guess is as good as mine with who owns them now. While there are still some pieces of this mystery out there, I would largely consider it solved, as we now know there were 4 consoles created depicting each season, and they were distributed in some way to commemorate a contest or achievement. This has been a really fun mystery to follow for the last couple years, and if anyone out there does have these or know who the owners are, I'd be really happy to know. But until then, I think this is one mystery that mostly remains a mystery, no more. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to check out some of my other game-related lost media videos. Thanks for watching, and until next time, Finn.